But let me get to Danica Patrick, the NASCAR driver, GoDaddy.com. She joins us now. How you been?
I'm good. How are you, Dan?
Where are you right now?
I'm sitting in a dark, cold room in Daytona at the track with lights in front of me, a camera, and a cue card. But yet I'm talking into a phone right now.
Wait, are you going to do a GoDaddy commercial?
No. We're doing some interviews for Coke Zero. I'm going to be their digital reporter for Saturday night during the Coke Zero 400.
But you're racing tonight, right?
I am racing tonight.
Okay.
I am racing tonight, so I'm going to have to shower and wash off all this hairspray and makeup.
But then you do apply makeup before a race, don't you?
No way. I don't wear makeup before a race.
You be honest now.
I don't really.
Honest. Have you ever had eyeliner or mascara on before a race?
No, not of recent. I think the last time I probably wore mascara was like in Formula Atlantic or something.
Carl Edwards.
I might have worn it back then.
Carl Edwards wears makeup before a race, doesn't he?
You're going to have to ask him that question.
I thought you told me one time that you do just a little bit just to be presentable.
Okay. I put a tinted moisturizer on and maybe a little powder.
All right.
That's about it. And I comb my hair. I might blow dry the front of my hair so that it looks like a little bit more. You know, I saw pictures of me with my hair just air dried and like flat, center part, and I looked kind of sloppy. So I thought, I get most of my photos taken when I'm in the race car, or out of it, I should say, looking, you know, like sweaty at the racetrack. And I thought, at least my hair can look a little better. So I put a side part. I mean, that's about as extended as it gets.
All right, well, then clear something up, that you prefer pretty to sexy. How did that come up in the first place back in, February, that you wanted to be referred to as pretty, not sexy?
Oh, here we go. Well, I think I was just really trying to make a point to say that I feel like it's sort of the go-to word that everybody uses for female athletes, or maybe the way I feel I get described. And, you know, sometimes it's appropriate for sure, but sometimes it's more appropriate to say other words.
Well, what else would you want? How would we describe you?
I don't know. Feminine, determined, pretty, if you feel like that's the case, I guess. But I suppose there's other descriptive words too, you know, not just, I feel like just, you know, increase the vocabulary. That's
but
all.
why do I even have to describe your looks if it's...
You don't. That's why I said determined. That's not my look.
I know, but I'm saying, why even put it out there that pretty as opposed to sexy? I don't know why. They know who you are. You can decide, instead of somebody saying that you're sexy or pretty or cute or whatever. I don't know. I'm always amazed at that. Certainly with women, we have to describe how you look, right?
You know, that seems to be the case. It's like, yes, it does. I don't know, Dan. I think you need to delve deeper into this one.
But if you had to do it all over again, would you have sold yourself the way you did?
Yeah, I wasn't selling something fake. I was, you know, I feel like for me, there's different sides to my personality, as I'm sure many others. And sometimes sometimes you show one side and sometimes you show another side. Because, you know, definitely when I go to the racetrack, like we talked about, no hair, no makeup, you know, just go and get the job done. And if looks could kill, I probably would by sometimes the way I walk down pit lane. So, you know, I try and smile a little more often. I realized that was kind of off-putting, but you know, it's a cultural thing.
Danica Patrick joining us, Dan Patrick Show, GoDaddy.com. I also think that sometimes we look and say, how do we describe somebody, or what have they done? If you win, then do you think that the looks aspect will be the first thing that comes up? Like, will it be then your driving?
I can't wait to see.
Well, but right? I mean, then then we stop. Then we can describe you in a different way than, you know, the whatever Danica Patrick could be the winner of the Daytona. Whatever.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And I think that there's still plenty of that, Dan. It's not like everybody just uses one sort of word. There is more of it, but it, percentage-wise, it seems like you could get a little bit more creative but I do think that winning is definitely a great thing, and it's something that everybody understands. You don't have to follow racing to realize that, my 4th place this weekend or my 8th place that weekend was good for one reason or another. People can understand first place. It's easy to get.
How close are you to winning?
Well, I came pretty darn close at this race last year. I really came down to the last lap, and unfortunately, this whole bump drafting thing, my teammate and I got disconnected going through 1 and 2 on the last lap, and it's very counterintuitive to let off the throttle and drag the brakes to get hooked back up on the last lap. That's so hard to do, to let off the throttle, but that's kind of the day and age of this track, and with the repaving, and surely NASCAR and everybody didn't want, and the fans didn't want any more hours long red flags for the track coming apart. So it's the right thing to do, but it's changed the racing, and but it's definitely, I think, brought the drivers a little closer together. I mean, obviously so close we're bump drafting, and it sure makes the end of the race unexpected and exciting.
Your crew chief suggested other Nationwide Series drivers ganging up on you. You agree?
I don't think they're ganging up on me, no.
Why would he say that?
I think that what he's saying, well, he was talking about the way that they are, the things that they're doing to me on the track, and using his words, playing like dirty tricks and things like that. And I get them. I'm not as good at doing them yet, but and I definitely don't want to come out of the box with new drivers that I haven't raced around and be unfair or be a jerk on the track. So, but I know I know what he's talking about. Basically, when a driver says, oh, I hope I didn't hit him, and then you see it and you're like, oh, no, you didn't hit him, but you almost did, it's just as good as hitting. When you come really close to someone's left rear, it gets them loose, and it moves them out of the way. And I've done it before. And, I think that's kind of what he's talking about, is people are laying on me a little bit hard. And you know what? It's all part of the process. And I think it has nothing, I don't think it has to do with being a girl or anything like that. I think it just has to do with, racing with drivers that I haven't been around that much. And as I keep getting faster, you keep moving up the grid a little further and racing with new people. And I really think that that's what it's more about. And I get along with all the drivers really well, and I don't feel like there's any issues, and I just think it's a matter of earning their respect.
You get along more with the drivers or their wives or girlfriends?
Well, I feel like in the Nationwide Series, there's not that many wives and girlfriends. They're young. They're kids. They're babies.
Well, you could still have a girlfriend.
Yeah, I know, but they don't bring them around too much, I feel like.
Wait, do you feel old?
Oh, I am old compared to the Nationwide drivers. It's true. I was getting old for IndyCar before I left.
Oh.
I had the big one this year. I turned 30 this year.
I know. I know.
All the kids are like 21 or 22, and it's a distant memory. That's when I started. That's when I started IndyCar racing. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but you're still sexy.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, pretty.
See, I don't get mad at that.
I mean, determined. I would never, ever, ever call you sexy. Whether I thought it or not,
good.
I would never describe you as sexy.
Now I don't know if I'm supposed to be offended.
No, I would call you're just a race car driver. I don't need to describe you as sexy to be. I can come up with a couple of words that might be better, like feisty, determined, competitive.
I like it. I like it.
Temperamental.
Everybody sees me and gets something different. Some people think sexy, some people think determined, some people think feisty, some people think crap, probably. But it's that's what makes this world interesting, and that's why news wins, because there's just a lot of opinions, and everybody gets to read and like the one they want.
I've been called the sports whisperer because I've made some great predictions, and I don't want to make a prediction tonight. I would like you to, if you want to call your shot that you'll win tonight, might as well do it. Get a shot in there, then we move on.
I've been doing my homework. I've been running a lot of scenarios through my head, how it could play out at the end of the race, and I feel like I am relatively prepared for tonight. I heard one of the officials come over and say that all the officials are basically saying this, that I'm going to win the race tonight. So they've been around a long time and they've seen a lot of races. So I'm going to go with the officials on this one.
You're calling the shot. Danica Patrick will win tonight's race at Daytona.
Get ready.
She's feisty. She's competitive. She's determined. She's pretty and sexy. She's Danica Patrick. Have fun tonight. Always good to visit with you, and good luck on Saturday with Coke Zero.
Yeah, thank you very much. Follow at Coke Zero, and you can watch all the fun and exciting things I do on Saturday.
All right.
In celebration.
Stay out of a bikini for a while, okay?
It's summer. I was on a boat the other day. What am I supposed to wear?
I don't wear anything.
Whoa, I don't want to be at that party.
Thank you. See ya.
That's a special solo party. See you later.
Bye, Danica Patrick. Oh, she's a little uptight, apparently.